Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Terry. It's Monday night. Welcome to the Team Up Zoom. I'm looking at Kathy's face because we were just talking about how Zoom has added another layer of complication. And she was like, I don't even know what to touch anymore or press. But in any case, well, I just want to say happy watermelon luminate, everybody. Look at, first of all, I mean, I don't have mine. If you're living on the West Coast, we just have to wait a little longer than anybody else. I would love to know, those of you that have it and are already drinking it, unmute yourself. What do you think of the flavor? What do you what's been your watermelon illuminate experience?
I was a little nervous,
It's yummy.
but it's
So
blew me
good.
away.
Really, really good.
I thought it was not going to be quite as good as the other blend for whatever reason, and it's different. I'm in the Mitra camp. I'm gonna still have my hot Luminate in the morning, my regular Luminate,
Mango.
and then this is just awesome cold.
So
Okay.
good cold.
That's
It's
that's
so
what we
good.
that's what we all said. And I
Clear,
just
it's
yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just simple, doesn't have any real aftertaste.
Okay, that's important. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mixed it with my superfoods and it was so good.
Oh, I bet. I just
So
handed
good.
it to 4 people before we got in the tennis court because they liked the mango and they were like, "Oh my God, this is so good. Send me the link."
okay.
So
And you know what I heard everybody this morning when we were on a call this morning, everybody said that the very first reaction was when they opened it and they got that smell of watermelon. And that even though the smell is watermelon, the taste that they identified with the most is the lime.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I think once again, I think we've got another winner. I mean,
Yeah.
so here's my big, every Monday morning a group of us gets together. It's like being in the Catholic confessional. We talk about what we did last week and we ask for forgiveness and we plan the coming week. And so, but what I did, last week we played the Dr. Mitra Ray educational piece on the Luminate. And guys, I've watched it 3 times. And what I can tell you is that after watching that presentation, I will never go a day without my Luminate, ever. And so I started reaching out to customers who are on either the Trio or the Quad and saying, hey, you guys know how I feel about brain health. And I have a relationship with these people. Okay. And, here's a lecture, Mitra Ray, the Luminate. And, she talks about the nutritional needs of the brain of an athlete, the brain of a perimenopausal woman, the brain of someone who's grieving because of loss or trauma. And it's brilliant. And would you take 20 minutes to watch it? People were watching it and sending me messages while they were watching it. And I got 3 in one day, 3 new watermelon Luminate orders because of Mitra's training. So if you're not, and thank you, Jen and Henry, for reconfiguring the Vimeo and giving us access to just Mitra because it's perfect. It's so heartfelt. If you're not using it, please use it. And my follow-up has been something like, for those people that have not watched yet, is I'm saying something like, guys, what I just said. I feel so strongly about this that I'll never go a day without my Luminate, the way I would never go a day without my Juice Plus. And I feel that this is a piece of the brain puzzle that is so important for our long-term brain health. And so that's like my voice follow-up. So in any case, that's what I'm doing. And I love it. And I'm excited about what we have. And I know that you're just sitting on pins and needles the way we always are to see who is the winner of these beautiful jars. Okay. But I'm going to make you wait a minute. Okay. Because I'm happy to see you. All right. Number 2, Dwana Scantleberry. Hey, Kathy, could you pull that image up? Is going to be doing one of her refresher demos about the Juice Plus app tomorrow morning. I think it's at 11 o'clock Central Time. And if you've not taken one of her demos, on Zoom and have your phone there and help, and she walks you through it, she does a brilliant job with these demos. Okay. So I highly encourage you, not just for you to be there, but I know what the numbers are saying. So many of our partners haven't even put it on their phone yet. And I think it's because, once again, they're concerned about the learning curve. So I would encourage you tonight to reach out to your partners and say, hey, this demo is going to be so good. It's going to help you become comfortable with the app. Jump on board. I'll be there. Okay. And little by little, let's bring more partners into the fold who are using the app. And Dwana will do a wonderful, wonderful job. Okay. It's not time for the jars. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay. In case if you're even close to the fire a little bit, there's a lot going on. All right. The company has a new summer incentive. Oh, yeah. Let's go to this first. Okay. In any case, let's go to this. Neil Barnard. Dr. Neil Barnard is going to be at the medical seminar at conference. Neil Barnard, are you kidding me? All right. I met Neil Barnard 29 years ago through Pam Popper. I've had dinner with him. He is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's a strict vegan. His work on diabetes is phenomenal. His work was approaching universities that do drug testing and making sure that they stop doing drug testing on animals. I mean, this man has a heart. He's brilliant. And for the company to have brought Neil Barnard to us, this is another statement of the direction that we're moving in the future. I saw Judy with your hands up when I said Neil Barnard. Judy, what are your thoughts on Neil Barnard?
He is amazing. I was at a workshop with him, and I think it was in Southern California or Vegas. I can't remember which one. And he was a speaker, and we got to talk to him and ask him questions. Something. He's amazing. He's just amazing. He has simple nutrition, nothing complicated. It's just simple. And I bet that that's why he's coming, because he knows Juice Plus probably is simple. I don't know that he's ever used it or knows that much about it, but he is one of the leading doctors you want to listen to.
Yeah. He knows about Juice Plus. Pam had talked to him about Juice Plus. I had talked to him about it many times, and he kept saying, "Great product, great product." He's strict vegan. All he eats is fruits, vegetables, and berries. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you, if you haven't, I would go to conference just to be in that room on Thursday morning and sit at the feet of Neil Barnard. That's enough. But something else is very important. Abby's on the call. Okay, you know that at every conference, Kurt Beavers has the beautiful prayer breakfast. And one of our guest speakers, Abby, why don't you announce to us who one of the guest speakers is going to be at the prayer breakfast?
I'm so excited. My dad is going to be flying in and will be sharing with our community. So he's 24 years of service, has built a beautiful, incredible business. So we'll be sharing his entrepreneurial story, his love for Jesus. It's going to be great. So I'm really excited.
Okay, so there's another reason why you want to go. I mean, Team Up is just all over the place. So there's another reason why you want to go to conference. And then, of course, just to hang together and continue to learn, because the company is moving forward, guys. So there's that. All right, this summer, not time for the jars yet. This summer, the company has another promotion, and it's the program that launched major business for almost everybody on this call, and that's a major promotion around the Healthy Starts for Families. We've got new tools. They're doing some sort of an incentive where the top 5 partners who put in the most Healthy Starts for Families orders this summer, I think this runs through till the end of August, they'll receive like a $350 gift card. And that's lovely. And I hope that one of us gets to claim that. But this program, guys. So I asked Kathy to play one of our newest Healthy Starts for Families video from our app. Do you have that, Kathy? We can watch that together. It's so good.
So much in a young person's life is out of our control. The world is fast. unpredictable, and always changing. But one thing we can help them control is what fuels their body. And giving them a strong nutritional start to life makes all the difference. Healthy Starts is a simple, purpose-driven program from Juice Plus. If you're a Juice Plus customer, it lets you gift plant-based nutritional chewables or capsules to a young person, absolutely free, to give them a better foundation for a healthier life. Good nutrition supports a better sleep, stronger bodies, brighter futures. It's not just about how they eat. It's about building healthy habits for how they live. Reaching over 4 million people around the world, Healthy Starts is proof. Small changes can have a big impact. You can't control everything, but you can start with nutrition. Start with Healthy Starts.
So fabulous. I love all the new tools for the Healthy Starts for Families program. So I think we'll be talking a lot about that as the summer unfolds, bringing family nutrition back to the table. Okay, guys, I do have a video that we're going to watch tonight, right after we announce the winners of our Bougie Glass Juice Plus bottles. And it's a long one. It's Simon Bowler from 3 weeks ago, where he interviewed Mitra, Tamara Sachs, and Gerald Telser. And, you know, Gerald Telser is on the cover of Newsweek magazine 28 years ago for operating on the heart of an unborn baby in utero. I mean, he was on the cover of, I know, Time, maybe Newsweek magazine. And I mean, he has been supporting Juice Plus and sharing Juice Plus with his patients for over 28 years. I mean, this is a strong, strong, strong position. So, but before we do that, Kathy, would you show us the lovely jars? Kathy has the lovely jars right behind her. Can you see them, guys? I think the new ones have a cork top, but they're beautiful. They look gorgeous on your counter. You can take your Juice Plus out of your plastic bottles that Kathy Schlan doing her Vanna White. So beautiful. All right, so Kathy, how many new watermelon Luminate orders did we put in?
As of 6 o'clock tonight, there were 56.
Okay, whoa, I'll take 56. I'll take 56 new Luminate orders. All right. Even though the award is not going to go to the person who has the most Luminate orders, I would love to know who put in the most Luminate orders.
You did?
Huh?
Three. Three was done by you and by Abby. And then we had let me see. Then there were several that had 2 orders in.
Okay.
And then we had a few that had let me see what the numbers were. Terry had 3, Abby had 3, Patty Grigg, Elisa, Jacqueline Mears, Steph Fletch, all had 2.
Okay.
And
right.
let me see, I think there might be, oh, and Ann Kennedy had 2.
Oh, lovely. Okay. All right. So Kathy, you don't have to, well, I'm hoping that let's just roll that whatever that thing you have.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing.
Okay.
This spin, if you're on the line, you better quick unmute yourself and let us know. All right, it's going to tell us. Henry Hageman.
Henry!
Hey, we got 1 down.
Congratulations. Jars are in the mail.
Amy Hopkins, number 2. You guys know I have nothing to do with this.
Go Amy.
Spin again.
I love this.
Spin. Penny, are you on?
Penny, are you on?
I'm going once, going twice.
Okay.
Spin again. Abby Nolan.
Okay, Abby.
Wait, I want to gift my jars to somebody else.
I was just going to say, I've seen them on your counter.
I have them. I have them right up there. I want to gift my jars to somebody else.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
spin again.
All right, let's do it.
It's so much fun.
It is fun. Terry, go.
You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to keep them because I don't have them yet. I'm going to keep them. I mean, really. I remember at conference, Abby was like buying them for her team, and I was like, I think I'd like a set of those. So I'm going to keep that set. I know you guys will like. Anyways, I'm keeping them.
Hey, spin again because I have all 4 set with the cork tops from conference, so I don't need them. Thank
You
you.
have the cork top ones?
Okay, one more. All right.
Okay, well, then here we go. Deborah Kirkpatrick, are you on?
No, Deborah. Congratulations, Deborah.
Okay.
That's
Shelley Van, are you on?
Nope.
Billy Gonzalez.
Billy, are you here?
Nope.
Billy.
Billy, you won when I was playing with this too. You got to be on, guys. Terry Alon.
No, no, no.
Okay, I was going to say,
Okay.
I'm just going to gift mine to Billy.
I'm just Tatum Ayers.
No.
Okay, we're going to do 2 more spins.
Okay.
If we don't have somebody, then I'm going to just forward mine to my second set.
Abby again.
Okay, one more time.
Text.
Gina.
Nope. She's
Is
not
Gina
on.
here?
No.
Let's do
Okay.
one more.
One more. We'll do one more.
Ah,
Okay, let's give them to Penny.
Yeah, we're going to give it to Penny because Penny keeps, for some reason, Penny's name keeps popping up. We're going to give
Yeah.
to Penny. Oh, wait a minute. Judy Strickler. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. There we go. Judy and Henry, your jars. Be watching for your jars. Okay, that was so much fun. All right, does anybody have anything that they want to share in terms of something that happened in the past week, some sort of a success experience that you want to brag on, share with us before we start watching this recording?
Well, Abby was on the call too for the new social media thing that's going on called
Really cool.
Yeah, what's it-
The social
The social club. Terry, you
So-
shared it with me too.
it's really going to be cool.
That
because
Jamie Kenzie, remember?
Oh, I did. Yes. Yeah.
It was
Really-
an excellent,
Terry's
excellent
like,
call.
I'm not following you. I'm
And everyone can try it for $1 this month. So
Yes.
Terry, you'll have a way to send it out to everybody on the team, but they do all the postings. You can edit the posts. You can, it's just, it'll
They
map
give
out
you
a
the
5-day thing. They're very professional looking. For me, they're a little too product focused versus problem focused, but they said they've got tomorrow's business, but they also say they've got educational ones coming. They've been doing other companies for a while now.
Arbonne is a big one they've done. Yeah.
The posts are gorgeous, and for those of you who don't want to necessarily spend time making content, I mean, they come up with
Everything.
Everything. Yeah.
everything, and it's really it's a well thought out program. It's really cool. So, Pam, I sent you the link to the recording. So
And the other thing I just want to share that I shared with, I was talking to another NMD or texting with another NMD on the call, and Terry and I have had this conversation. We've moved away from duplication. Things that we're doing are not duplicatable. And I know that social media is a pitfall for people with not feeling duplicatable. And like this, so it's $1 to start for a month, but
Yeah.
moving forward, it's only $24 a month for all of your social media content to be created. Just imagine that for a second, $24 a month. So if you're looking to duplicate, this is a way to do that.
And it's
Okay,
really
so
been
Abby,
proven with Arbonne.
how do we sign up for, how do we sign up for
I'll
this?
post the I shared the link with my team I'll share it. I can post it on Team Up if you want me to.
Yeah, would you post it on Team Up? Okay. All
There's
right.
a link. You just download an app called My Kajabi and go through their portal.
What is it? What is the name of the app?
The social club, Juice Plus Social Club. And it's been
Juice-
approved by corporate. So
Yeah, the corporate gave it its blessing. So
yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. All right.
cool.
I love this. Okay. And I didn't thank you, Abby, because I was like, okay, I'm sending the information out and I'm deer in the headlights. Okay. All right. So this is like a 30-minute call. And we're already 20 minutes into our call. Stay as long as you want. If you want to stay till the end, it really is a brilliant interview. Just know that you have access to this. I could always send you the link if you need the link. Oh, Judy, do you have something you want to share?
Yes, I just want everybody to keep Paula Culbreath in your prayers. Her mother died unexpectedly last week, and it's really, really sad. Tomorrow morning is the funeral. It's going to be online, but please, she's having a hard time. So please keep Paula in your prayers. You know, she's been part of our Juice Plus family. We never see Paula without her mom.
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard on us. And she's having a rough time.
Yes. It's
Please.
absolutely. We will. And the Monday morning group, we've already locked arms and have collected some money and sending gifts. So because we love Paula and we want to embrace her with love and light and all that. Okay, so here comes Simon Bowler from the UK interviewing 3 amazing specialist doctors about the power of Juice Plus.
So I think most of you probably know me because I've been around for 32 years, and that's a long time, but that's how long I've been excited about this product. I started out as a research scientist, and I was not looking to promote fruits and vegetables in a capsule by any means, but I had some health challenges, and when I started the product 32 years ago, first of all, I never took vitamin supplements. I could not actually, they made me sick. So I never took anything like that before. But I saw this product and it immediately made sense to me because I had started a juicing regimen, and in the kitchen and in the lab, I was using the same technology to dehydrate cells. So I immediately got it. In fact, I thought I should have thought of this idea of Juice Plus myself if I had just put my kitchen and lab together. Long story short, here I am 32 years later, still excited, more excited than ever because we have so much to talk about, which we'll be talking about today.
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on...
Amazing, Mitra. Thank you for joining us. And over to Austria, Dr. Gerald Tulter.
Hello, Simon. Greetings from Austria. As you said, I'm a pediatric cardiologist. I'm the head of the Children's Heart Center here in Linz. It's one of the largest pediatric cardiac units that we have here. It's the largest one in Austria, one of the largest actually in Europe. So heart disease and congenital heart disease was always a big topic. And being a pediatrician, nutrition always is extremely important in development. So that's what interested me to have a product here that's scientifically based, and I think this is something that really kept me here for the last almost 30 years as well so far.
Thank you, Gerald. Thanks for joining us today. And over to Connecticut, Dr. Tamara Sachs.
It's lovely to be here with all of you, Simon. Thank you for hosting us. I've also been involved with this company and this research for over 2 decades, and the research was what brought me here, and the research has only grown exponentially in the 6 years that I've been involved. I started out as a naturopath to go to school as a naturopath. I didn't finish. Ended up going to medical school instead, and then emergency room medicine and primary care, and then found my way back to nutritional medicine because the state of treating chronic illness in this country is not very good. And so I found with food and plant-based medicine, a different way to use my training to help people, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm glad to be doing it with all of you. We're all on the same mission to help people get healthier.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us. I can see we've maxed out 1,000 people already. We just need bigger Zooms now. I think what you'll take away from it is, I've written this down here, is the science behind why plant diversity matters. Why most of us we're not getting enough plants in our daily diet. I think we all know that one. How do we evaluate nutritional research as well? What really separates real peer-reviewed clinical evidence from marketing? We see a lot of marketing on social media today, and it's sort of dressed up as science. And then also, what happens inside your body at a cellular level when you constantly fuel it with concentrated plant nutrients that get into your blood system? And then finally, real clinical outcomes from decades of patient experience and what physicians actually observe when nutrition becomes a foundation and not an afterthought. So my first question for this Zoom today, I'm going to put this over to Dr. Tamara Sachs. Dr. Sachs, I'm sure you have seen a lot of wellness companies come and go over the years. So from your professional healthcare perspective, what really makes Juice Plus stand out?
I think there's four things, Simon. And yes, I've seen a lot of companies come and go, and I work with some companies, but this one's special for, I think, four reasons. The first would be integrity. They always do things the right way, the best way, even if no one's going to ever know. From how the produce is grown to how the product is made, there's an extraordinary level of care. The company has these long-standing relationships with their farmers, and they grow for nutritional density, not to sell it on the market. And so the produce is harvested ripe, it's processed cold, and it's subjected to repeating testing for contaminants, hundreds of them. In fact, several times along the way, it's tested, and then it's handed over to an independent lab called NSF. So the integrity is very high. In fact, over the last 30 years, Juice Plus, the company, has pioneered this entire industry. They've invented new ways to produce more potent, clean plant powders. And so that's first. Second is synergy. This isn't about isolated nutrients. This is about the power of synergy from dozens of plant foods, using the skin and the seeds and the stems whenever possible for even denser nutrition. So there's polyphenols, there's carotenoids, there's flavonoids. They're all in there, all of them working together. And what we now understand, like you mentioned, is that plant diversity matters. The microbiome and our physiology responds to the variety of plants we consume. It's ideally 30 different colorful plants a week. And we know how hard that is. So Juice Plus delivers plant diversity and synergy in a practical, economical way. And you know, the essential trio capsules contain 30 different plants. So that's the data right there. But if you add up all the different plants and the omegas, the Luminate, the Complete, it's well over 50 different plants. And that's even better. Third would be the science. As you'll hear more about from my esteemed colleagues and Simon, the company has invested millions into research, and they put these outcomes into the hands of independent investigators with no say in what happens. So that takes a lot of courage, because the results could go either way. But the body of published research is why I'm here, and I think why many of us are here, because like you said, Simon, otherwise it's just marketing. And we have plenty of celebrity endorsements and more hype than we need. This is science, and science is the reason I take and the reason I recommend Juice Plus. And lastly is the community and the mission. For more than 25 years, the Healthy Starts program has given away millions in free products to children. And the Juice Plus company supports many other philanthropic projects as well. The mission statement, Inspiring Healthy Living, is something I feel good about. And so is the mission statement, helping as many people as possible achieving their dreams. So the Juice Plus community reflects that mission. I'm proud to reflect those missions, and we are truly a community of people who care, who genuinely care about helping each other. So what makes us unique is we have integrity, we have the synergy of plants, we have the quality and quantity of science that I think you'll hear about in a minute, and we have a mission-driven community.
Here's what comes off a bowl of strawberries when you drop this device in the water. water. These berries are fresh from the store and already rinsed under the tap, but within 10 minutes, the water changes color. What floats to the surface will change how you feed your family. My friend works in food.
Fantastic. Well, as we know, with research, there's a lot of celebrities used nowadays, but celebrities come and go, whereas research, we've got that around forever. I'm moving over to Dr. Gerald Toulson now. Dr. Toulson, as a cardiologist, I know you review research all the time. What makes Juice Plus so special for you?
Well, thank you for the question, Simon. As I said, I'm a reviewer for many scientific journals. I've published over 120 peer-reviewed journals, papers as well in high-ranked journals. So I know what I'm talking about, and this is something that's unique to Juice Plus. Every supplement is trying to come up with sort of scientific studies to support their marketing. But most of these studies are actually no real studies. They're just observation, they're wishful thinking. The outcome is absolutely controlled by the companies and expected by the companies which market the products. So the question is, how can I really distinguish between real studies and such fake studies? Actually, it's not really difficult. And here's how you do it. You have to look where these studies are published. Is it published in a newspaper, in a magazine, on social media, in a journal or flyer that's issued by the company? Or is it reported in the medical literature? And you can go to PubMed, for instance, where you can see all these scientific journals listed. Only those studies have the real credibility and can be trusted. And why? Because they follow the strictest scientific rules and they are checked by multiple experts before they are published. It is immensely difficult and expensive to conduct such a study and takes a lot of time. As mentioned before, the company here actually has really invested millions of dollars to support and fund such studies, but without having any influence on the outcome. It takes time. It takes usually, you have to imagine, 2 to 3 years at least from the beginning of a study to the publication, sometimes even longer. Why does it take so long? Let me explain here. You have to start with a protocol and a clear research question. You have to write it up and then submit it to an ethical committee. An ethical committee is absolutely crucial because without an ethical approval, you cannot publish a study in a high-ranked scientific journal. And this ethical committee will ask a lot of questions, sometimes even refuses approval because they will check, is this a real study? Is there any danger associated with it, any side effects, before they say, okay, this is an ethical approval. Once you get this approval, it takes around 6 to 10 months, you can start to enroll patients. There is a PI, a principal investigator, a research coordinator, a research nurse, and a lot of people who are actually doing the work, usually fellows, that recruit those patients. They have to give informed consent, they have to be insured, so each patient did insurance for the study, and they have to be motivated to remain in the study until the study is completed. Usually it takes a couple of months for that. So the enrollment of patient takes at least 6 to 12 months, sometimes even longer. After that, then you have all the data in, you can start to analyze the results, and you can do the statistics, write the discussion and the conclusion, and finish a manuscript. Takes at least 3 to 6 months. But then you're not finished yet. Now the manuscript is ready, but you have to find a good journal which will publish this study. You have to submit it to a journal. Good journals reject up to 80% of submitted manuscripts because they have not the high standards of this journal. But if your paper is good enough, and you need a little bit of luck for that, they will accept it for a review, which means, okay, they say, okay, we will look at this paper more closely. We send it out to 3 to 4 external experts, professors. They will check the study, the results, the discussion, the statistics, everything again. We'll ask many questions. They get back to you. You have to answer each of these questions. And only if all these concerns and questions are answered in the correct way, then it's accepted for publication. That's the way how a manuscript is published. And almost all Juice Plus studies, and that's what impressed me a lot, are published in such high-ranked scientific peer-reviewed journal. And this is something that no other nutritional supplement really has at this point. Juice Plus, as I said, has funded this study. That means they have organized the study, have supplied the product, but they have no control about the outcome, because the data remains at the universities, at the researchers that have done these studies. But this is the very special thing about the Juice Plus studies.
Amazing. Excuse me, I've got lots of messages going on my phone here. Just people can't get on, of course. We're maxed out with 1,000 people, and that's it. So congratulations to those of you that managed to get on early. Thank you for that, Gerald. Next question is to Mitra, Dr. Mitra Ray. When you step back and look at all the research, what's probably the big picture story that comes from it? What is that unifying theme?
Yeah, that's a great question, Simon. So when I look at the research, what stands out to me is that it tells a very coherent biological story. It starts with absorption. Within a couple of hours after taking the capsules or the superfood powders, the plant compounds like the polyphenols can be detected in the bloodstream. So the research has shown that. Then something interesting happens a few hours later. Our gut bacteria convert some of those compounds into additional metabolites. So the microbiome starts becoming part of the equation, which is very interesting. I don't know if I've seen that kind of research with anything else. And over the following weeks, we see reductions in oxidative stress markers and even reductions in DNA damage. Then after a few months, we began to see vascular effects, metabolic changes, microbiome changes, and even improvements in cognitive function. So what I find fascinating is the biology builds in layers, right? Absorption leads to cellular protection, leads to vascular function, metabolic and cognitive integration. That's exactly what you'd expect from concentrated plant nutrition interacting with multiple systems in the body.
Great to know that. And of course, I mean, everybody wants a quick fix for the body nowadays, don't they, Mitra? It's like, come on, give it to me now. I don't want to wait for months and months and months. But really what you're explaining here, actually, there is a really quick fix. It takes time after you've fed your body with good nutrition. Next question, I'm going to go over to Connecticut to Tamara, Dr. Tamara Sachs. You've been with Juice Plus now for over 25 years, which means you've probably seen, I don't know how many trends come and go, a lot of trends. Could you share a couple of memorable patient success stories?
Well, I have seen a lot of trends come and go, but fortunately beets, greens, and berries aren't going anywhere. In fact, the more research, the more we learn, the more benefits we find with food. Now, to answer your question, Simon, let me just be really clear to the audience. I'm speaking here from my own clinical experience. These are not claims. This is not the experience of everybody. This is not the company making any kind of statements. This is just me. But I have been using Juice Plus on almost all my patients for 26 years now. So I have seen quite a few things, but I'm only speaking here about my own observations. So what I've seen is that Juice Plus provides this nutritional foundation that I just can't match any other way. People can't juice. The juice has sugar, has no fiber. It's not the same. You can't get 30 raw things. No matter how much you want to, we can't. So I'm really not sure anymore how to practice medicine without Juice Plus. I've become very spoiled. Much of what I see with patients follows the published science and the layers and the timeline that Dr. Ray Mitra just discussed. And so I routinely see improvements in inflammation of all kinds. Essentially, anything that ends in itis tends to get better. I frequently hear about people not getting colds or having way fewer colds than the rest of the family, milder illnesses like flus, way better skin, better gut function. People tell me that they recovered way faster from surgery than their surgeon expected, and they commented on it. better quality of life during cancer care, and much happier dental visits because periodontal disease is definitely improved. And all of these are supported by science. So I'm hearing things that are in the research, but I also see things. I see blood tests that get better, and that brings the research to life for me in a way because I routinely see improvements in markers of inflammation like CRP or HSCRP. Also, total LDL cholesterol typically comes down. The bad kind of LDL, oxidized LDL, always comes down. Homocysteine comes down. Sometimes blood sugar comes down. Insulin comes down. Things move in the right direction. And all these things have been supported in randomized clinical trials. I've caught patients who stopped taking their Juice Plus or switched to something they thought was comparable because labs that had improved began to reverse again. And I asked them, and I'm usually right. And also, Juice Plus has become a mandatory part of all my detox programs because more plant nutrition makes detox safer. It's also better tolerated and more effective. You can get deeper levels of detox with more plant foods to protect you. And in general, people taking Juice Plus often tell me that they, in general, just have more energy, they feel more resilient, and very common, they're aging better than their peers. Sometimes people stop and then they notice the difference. And once they do, they tend to stay with it, like many of my patients now for over 2 decades. And then there's the less common stories. I have seen some amazing things. I've seen remission from life-threatening lupus. I have seen the resolution of fibromyalgia pain more than a few times. I've seen asthma reversed, eczema calm down, acne go away, allergies much improved. And I wanted to just emphasize that those unusual cases aren't the rule. They're unusual. They happen though. And when they happen, it reminds me of what's possible, what the power of plant food is, and why what we all do, sharing this, is so important.
Amazing. Yeah, and just to sort of reply to that, I mean, from the company perspective, our products aren't intended to diagnose, treat, or cure, or prevent any disease. So let's make that that's clear. But, when you start feeding people good plant-based nutrition with scientific research, there's something going to happen to the body. I mean, that's just plain and simple. And if you're like me now, I'm in my 60s, I'm attempting to roll back the years, my biological years. I can't change my chronological age, but I can certainly do something about my biological age. And I'm sure that's like a lot of people online here today, why we're all out there trying to find something to help us have a healthier life and keep on doing the things that we all want to continue doing. I'm going to move over to Austria now. Thank you for that, Tamara. To Dr. Gerald Tulsa again. And that's the subject of polyphenols, right? I think we've all seen polyphenols somewhere written down in a paper or a magazine. Somebody's written whatever it might be, but I don't think we all truly understand what polyphenols are. Can you tell us a little bit about what the power of polyphenols are, why it's such a big word, why it delivers big benefits, and why they are important for our cardiovascular health?
Well, polyphenols are actually natural compounds that are found in plants. They are just chemical substances that plants produce to protect themselves from damage, like sunlight, insects, or disease. Currently, we know about at least 5,000 or more so-called plant secondary metabolites. They're called flavonoids, phenolic acids, stilbenes. They're all polyphenols. And they are responsible actually for the color, for the taste, and for the smell of plants, and can be found in fruits, vegetables, berries, in green tea, coffee, dark chocolates, nuts, olive oil, and so on and so on. So if you're going to buy fruits and vegetables in the market, you just watch the color, the taste, and the smell, and you know if there are polyphenols in it or not. So it's you can distinguish very healthy fruits from unripe fruits, for instance. But why are polyphenols good for your health? Polyphenols not only protect the plants, but they also protect your body at the cellular level, as we've heard already. They act as so-called antioxidants. What are antioxidants? Well, our metabolism produces free radicals all the time. Minimum free radicals is okay, but too much free radicals will damage our cells, will increase aging, and is responsible for a lot of chronic diseases. And polyphenols help to neutralize these free radicals and reducing the damage to your cells that's linked to aging and diseases at all. For me as a cardiologist, polyphenols are extremely interesting because they support the cardiovascular health. For instance, they improve the nitric oxide bioavailability. Nitric oxide is a molecule that's produced in the endothelium, that's the inner layer of the blood vessels. A very interesting agent that needs to vasodilation, to reduction of blood pressure, to improve blood flow to the organs. They have antithrombotic effects, so they act against clots and decrease the LDL oxidation, the slow density lipoprotein oxidation, which is responsible for the atherosclerosis. Altogether, this means there is improved flow to all organs. The blood pressure will be lower and inflammation is reduced. And altogether, this reduces the risk for heart disease and strokes. And we've heard about the microbiome. It affects your gut microbiome. You know, the gut is full of helpful bacteria and polyphenols, as we know, feed the good bacteria and help to maintain a healthy digestive system. But polyphenols are also dependent on a healthy microbiome itself, as we heard from Mitra before, because the microbiome will transform them to important healthy substances. So a healthy gut is connected to a better immunity and good mood. So that's the gut-brain axis, as we call it.
Amazing.
And, they slow the aging process. Look at you, Simon, as you see. They may slow the aging process, reducing cell damage and inflammation. So I can talk for ages now.
Yeah, thank you, Gerald. All I can say is I need a lot of polyphenols when I put these calls together. Yes, I have a lot of free radicals flying around my body during these calls. Anyway, thank you for the explanation there on polyphenols. We're going to go over to Connecticut again, and that's Dr. Tamara Sachs. Tamara, there's lots of Juice Plus studies. There's well over 40, independent, peer-reviewed, gold standard studies. Can you tell us which particular study stands out for you? What would it be?
That's a hard question. With 33 randomized clinical trials and 5 more that are currently in progress, it really is hard to pick just one, but I can pick one area. And for me, that would be the brain, and to build on what Dr. Telzer was talking about as well, because polyphenols go with the brain as well as every other part of our body. So within brain research, there's 3 exciting projects with Juice Plus. One has been published, one has just been completed and is awaiting publication, and one is just underway. So the first was a very elegant, what's called a crossover study, meaning it compared each participant to themselves. So you versus you, with or without Juice Plus trio, and it was separated by a washout period. So it's really you versus you. It's a very powerful way to study outcome. And the results were equally powerful. They showed improvement in short-term memory, executive function, working memory, attention, and processing speed, essentially everything we want, right? And this was done in healthy younger adults, which is actually harder to demonstrate. And so if you can do that in younger people, imagine, well, at least I imagine what it might do for some of us. And then if that wasn't enough, more recently, there was just a study completed in adolescents looking at brain function, this time using Omega Blend, and also going directly to the brain with EEG technology rather than relying on cognitive testing like they did for the adults. And so that's really objective measurements of brain function. And that's very exciting. And we're looking forward to those results being published very soon. I've heard that the results are very good. And then there's the third, the largest forward-looking study that is just enrolling people now into the study. The title of the study is Polyphenols, the Microbiome, Cognitive Function, and Alzheimer's Protection. They're going to look at all of that, and they're also going to look at heart disease and diabetes. This is a big study, 400 elderly people. And so what I find especially gratifying is that the researchers involved in this study, University of California and Ulster, chose Juice Plus Berry Blend as the polyphenol source. And they put this study together using Juice Plus Berry Blend, and then the National Institutes of Health, NIH, awarded them a $10 million fund for this study. $10 million is a level of funding that only happens when you have very, very strong researchers and a very good study design, and that the potential for meaningful impact is pretty obvious to the NIH. So that the NIH agreed that the research showed without a doubt that the most polyphenols is in Juice Plus, and that the study design includes that is great. So that's where everything connects: the polyphenols, the microbiome, vascular health, brain function. And what makes this so exciting is we're watching the future of food as medicine unfold, and we're actually at the forefront of it, not just a part of it. We are right at the forefront. So that's exciting.
That is amazing. I mean, to get that 10 million funded as well from the National Institute of Health. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's go over to Washington State, Seattle, Mitra again. You've been sharing the story now, well over 30 years, Mitra, as long as I can remember. And there's many products that list, as we know, fruits, vegetables on their labels. We see them all over social media. For people who are confused by all these options, how do you explain what really makes Juice Plus different from those?
Yeah, well, first of all, I have to comment, if what Tamara and Dr. Tamara and Dr. Gerald just shared is not convincing enough, I'll go on then. But, my entire research career was funded by the NIH, and it feels, just a personal note here, it feels so full circle for me, because when I first came in, one of my first questions was, when are you going to start doing clinical research? And to see how far we've come, and we've just exponentially increased the amount of funding almost overnight with this final study that Dr. Tamara was talking about, almost doubled the amount of invested money into research. So sorry, I just had to sort of gloat on that, the perfection of all of that. It's a big deal. So that itself is a huge delineation factor. The NIH is not knocking on anybody else's door, as far as I know, to do this level of research. But one thing that's interesting is that the market has finally caught on to this whole food nutrition concept. If you look at labels today, many products you'll find have fruits, vegetables, and other plant powders. And at first glance, they can look very similar to our products, but there's an important distinction. Most of those products are still built like traditional vitamin supplements ultimately. They start with the formula of isolated vitamins and minerals, many of which come from a relatively small number of manufacturers that supply the entire supplement industry. And then plant powders are just added to the mix, like sprinkled in there. So what you end up with often is essentially a vitamin supplement with some plant ingredients sprinkled in. One of the easiest ways to spot this is, at least for us in the United States, on the label. In the United States, if a product has supplement facts label, it means it is regulated as a dietary supplement. Juice Plus is different. Our vegetable, berry, and fruit blends are considered food in the United States. So they carry what's called a nutrition facts label. And that's the same label we would find on a bag of cut up broccoli or frozen vegetables in our grocery stores here. Now, that distinction reflects the fact that the core of the product is really concentrated plant powders, not a list of synthetic vitamins. And those concentrated plant powders are what the research is actually done on that we've been talking about here. Over the past 30 years now, the clinical studies we've been discussing, looking at oxidative stress, vascular function, immune markers, and other outcomes, those studies are based on those concentrated plant powders. And the additional vitamins and phytonutrients that are added in the product are also derived from plants and not synthetically produced in a lab. So what you end up with is a very different nutritional matrix, concentrated plant nutrition combined with plant-derived phytonutrients. And the way those plants are grown, harvested, cleaned, blended, and gently dried is also very sophisticated. Our farm to capsule process is designed to preserve those compounds. That combination, high quality plant powders and plant derived phytonutrients and decades of clinical research is really what makes our product unique. And ultimately, that's why we see the biological effects in the research. Sometimes I jokingly say that a lot of products are basically vitamin water with some plant powder sprinkled in.
Simple as
So
that.
many of our many products add plants to a vitamin. Sorry, that was sort of a comedic pause there. Many products add plants to a vitamin formula. Juice Plus starts with plants, adds more plant-derived phytonutrients to that plant matrix, and that is the research that we see.
Amazing. Thank you so much for helping us and educate us on that particular subject there. So I think to finish up the call, right, I just want to really go around and ask them, each and every one of you, what would be maybe the one thing to remember from this Zoom call today? What would it be for you? And we'll go over to Dr. Tamara Sachs first.
My final thought is that not enough people know that this is an option, and that's a challenge for all of us. I think that Juice Plus needs to become what we mean when we say, I take a daily multi-plant Juice Plus. It should replace the daily multivitamin idea in people's head, because that doesn't work and this does. So I take it every day with gratitude. I share it because everybody deserves the same chance at better health. If they say no, that's fine. I've done my job. I just want people to know that it exists, that it's an option for the same price as a candy bar. You can get 30 raw fruits, vegetables, and berries with research behind it. That's an option and a deal that people need to know more about.
Amazing. I love it. So I'm going to go up to people now and say, are you taking any multi-plants? Right. Well, what's that? Not multivitamins, multi-plants. Over to Austria, Dr. Gerald Tulsa. Gerald, for one message you want to leave with today.
One message. Okay. I think this Zoom has made it clear that the research here is really something extraordinary that no other company, no other product really has. That means the company takes this issue very seriously, because it's not mandatory to have studies like this. But we are recommending a product that you take over years, sometimes lifelong, and nothing is more important than this product is safe and effective. So you can give it to children and to pregnant women. Those people should be protected most, of course. So what I wanted to take away, Juice Plus, I think, is still severely underestimated and a real serious product that everyone should consider who is not eating enough fruits and vegetables.
Amazing. And last of all, over to Mitra. Last comment from yourself.
Yeah. So one of the things I find fascinating about this body of research is that it reminds us of how complex the human biology really is. So modern medicine is very good at targeting single pathways with powerful drugs, and that has saved countless lives, but nutrition works differently. Nutrition influences hundreds of pathways at once. So when researchers study something like concentrated plant nutrition, we begin to see changes across multiple systems: oxidative stress, vascular function, metabolic regulation, immune activity, even cognition. To me, the exciting question isn't whether one marker changes. The exciting question is what happens when multiple systems begin to shift together over time. That's where prevention and long-term health really live. Drugs target one pathway at a time. That's great. Actually, they don't. They do much more than that, unfortunately, but that's the intention anyway. And then they do unintended things. But plants influence hundreds of pathways. And that's why plant nutrition is so powerful. And as has been said by Dr. Sachs and Dr. Tulsa, we need to inform more people about how powerful plant nutrition really can be. We have this amazing tool in our hands, and we need to share it with more people.
So a big thank you for joining us. Thank you again, Mitra, Tamara, Gerald. Let's give them a big round of applause. I hope you enjoyed this call. And I look forward to seeing you on the next series. Thank you so much.
Wow. For those of you that hung in there, I mean, is that not the most amazing interview? Not every customer or prospect would want to do that kind of a deep dive, but every once in a while, we get that customer, that prospect, that new partner that really wants to take the deep dive and find out what exactly goes on with Juice Plus at the cellular level. This is an incredible teaching tool. Having said that, peace and blessings, guys. See you next week. No, I love you. Bye-bye now.